Hello.
How are we all doing? Hey, hello. So we've got even before we saying hello to each
I
other, we've
know.
got Gary on
Wow.
there. Hello, Gary. Loved to
Hi,
see you.
Gary.
It was so good seeing you the other weekend. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Oh my
That was
gosh,
such
yeah.
a great weekend that was. How are
Oh,
you doing, Gloria?
I'm okay, thank you very much. And how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Enjoying, well, I say enjoying the nice weather we're having, but I've been inside today, setting everything up here. So yeah, so that's been lots of fun trying to get everything kind of sorted. But no, on the whole, pretty good. We've got a short week to look forward to next week, which means we've got a long weekend this weekend to
The
really
bank
enjoy.
holiday, is it?
It's a bank holiday weekend, so the weather is looking like it's going to be pretty nice tomorrow, so that's something to look forward to. But yeah, no, really good week at work, very productive. I've started, shock horror, I joined the gym. so
I
I'm
know
like,
you did.
so
Have you actually been to the gym or have you just been swimming?
I've just been swimming. I'm not going to the gym part. I've just been swimming, but it's a really nice pool. So
Yeah, it was
that's
lovely
really
there.
cool. And how has your week been?
Busy. I had a 2-day hangover. Haven't had one of them in a very long time, so it was a bit of a shock. But I ate my way through it. It was fine.
Oh, cool. So what was it that caused the hangover? I mean,
Alcohol?
but what was
I
the
don't
event?
know. Probably what the event? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I was that
Can't
drunk. I can't
remember
remember.
what that was. That was. Oh my
No, it was
goodness.
Pod's second birthday at the
It
Blah
was. It
Blah.
was absolutely brilliant
Oh, I had
fun.
such a
Brilliant
great
fun,
night. It was
and
amazing.
everyone there had such a brilliant time.
Yeah,
It was really great. I mean, you know, thanks ever so much for the blood grave, and then also
oh,
for all
absolutely.
the hard work that went on to kind of get everything kind of ready before we even turned up. So I know Brendan and Martin were kind of sorting
They were
things
there
out and what
early.
have you,
Yeah,
and Mark was there early as well.
yeah, they were.
I think Gary was there early, and Gary says he's joining in from the blast. So
Hope you're
lovely to
getting
see. Oh,
Gary.
it's that hands. I don't know. No, apparently, I'm not sure if this is true, but they were going to try and see whether they could get us on the screens, actually broadcasting us on the screens at the Belgrave.
I
So
really hope not because I haven't
if,
done the same.
if we
Well,
are,
that is the
hello
case.
everyone at the Blah. Hope you're having a wonderful time, and we'll raise a drink for you. There we go. And if
Hot
you're not
water.
and you're just watching on your phone, then a very warm welcome to you. Please do pop a note on the chat and tell us.
Just say hi.
Just say hi so that we know that we're not just talking to nobody.
It's fine,
That's,
Sophie. We can talk to ourselves. It's normal.
I know, absolutely. But it was such a great night, and I think I know I was a little bit kind of wary to kind of start off with because I don't like the whole kind of fancy dress type thing. I just never really
Really,
have kind
Sophie,
of
you don't say.
got into that one, and I think you had some very calming words for me, telling me how lovely that I apparently
You
looked. I
look
felt.
amazing.
But I think half of the problem was that, and I'm sure you're going to agree with me. The fancy dress outfits that we got, we both got the same one from the same vendor, other vendors, and we did do it
Oh,
through
they were. I
Smile.Amazon.
did, yeah.
Made sure that Club F.O.D was the designated charity. But it was not particularly, I guess, like for £17, it was never really going to be the best thing in the world. But it was pretty awful, wasn't it?
I don't think I've ever been so hot. Them poor ladies in the toilets, I'd go running into the toilet, unbutton my top, and I'd wander around, flap it, and I'm like, I'm not flashing at you, I'm really not flashing you, I'm just hot, I'm really hot. Unbelievable.
I know, I ditched the jacket after a little while because I
Yeah, but I
hated it.
couldn't do that because I had a bra on.
I see. Now I thought ahead and put a blouse on,
I couldn't. It
but
was
then
just
I
too
was just
hot.
so self-conscious. And then when it was funny because when I was going back to mine, I was going to get in the bus back to mine, and I was chatting with a kind of mutual friend of ours, Helen, and we were on the same bus. and we were just talking about the fact that how she doesn't like kind of getting on the buses by herself because there's always kind of odd people come up and talk to you. And then this young drunk lad decided to come and have a chat with us. And he started off as like, "Are you an air hostess?" I went, "Yeah."
I am.
And I just went, "Yes." And he's just like, "Oh, okay, cool. What is there still flights?" It was like,
There is now.
yes, there are still flights. You know that even those people that have got a special dispensation, we're still. And they're like, okay, fine. And then
Get them out of the country.
yeah, and then they kind of they wandered off, and then Helen said, "That's exactly what I mean. That is exactly the kind of like, yes, I know, I'm familiar. I've met those people before. Not that particular."
I haven't had a bus in years. I really haven't, so I don't know. I'm normally the strange person that does that. So, oh look, Amy's around.
Amy's around.
Today.
I hope they're listening and paying attention and not just kind of pinging in. Darren is in the house as well. Hey Darren, Tyron's second day at York. Yes, because you're away this weekend. Because the original plan was that you were going to dial in, but then you said that you were busy this weekend because you were away at York. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful time there. Your mum looks like it's doing okay to you, so that's good to hear. And salute both our drinks as well. Thank you so very much. But yes, I've got a very interesting game all kind of lined up. It's probably going to go hilariously wrong because
like our demonstration last week.
Like our demonstration, that was so funny. I haven't even got the audio to play with the thing because that was so funny because it was a recording, but because Jamie had the mask on and he had the phone thing, what have you, it was making it look as if he was actually doing it live, which I thought was quite funny.
I don't remember. I just remember you like, get there. I'm like, okay, all right, what do I do with this thing? And I'm trying to remember how to put this on. It was how Flower Mark had such confidence in me when, oh, you know what to do with this. I'm like, I look like a real air hostess.
I was in my element.
I think I am a air hostess. I don't know what it does. What do I do?
Oh, it was so funny because you had the life vest.
Yeah.
I think somebody else had the seatbelt, and I had the information card. So when it came to me, all I had to do was just hold up this information card and just do that and point to it. So,
hang on, I didn't have a clue what to do with it. And
Rich is in the house.
And they're going, no.
Rich is watching on YouTube. Thank you, Rich. Lovely seeing you last night at the Butler for the open mic. So that was one thing that I did yesterday. I performed and played some songs. Played a couple of my new songs as well. So that was really good.
Fantastic! Oh, I'd known I would have joined you.
Oh well, I will let you know next time that it's well, it's on every Friday, but next time I'm playing, I will certainly let you know, and then you'll be more than welcome to come down. It was really good. It was so nice because last week it was indoors because the weather wasn't
Sophie, we're on the screen at the Blagrave.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, hello to everybody.
I haven't got my face on.
Yes, no, it's all cool. I don't know. I have not received that information, but Jamie is waving from Linton. Doesn't normally start drinking this early, but no shops are here selling water. I'm surprised, Jamie, that you haven't, like half of your car hasn't been all those boxes of wine. Because then you can carry all your residue back, can put in your garden.
We're loud on the sound system as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. No. So, yes. Oh, that's brilliant. So, a very warm welcome to everybody at the Blagrave. And also don't forget to make sure that you get drinks in for everybody that's working behind the bar because they deserve a little bit of gratitude. Darren is drinking Spanish water. Okay. Other waters are available, as they say.
I would say that's sangria, isn't it? Spanish water.
Yeah,
Not
that's like
sangria.
wine mixed in with fruit and all other kind of bits and pieces
Oh,
and
it's
things as well.
amazing. Oh, especially if you go out to a proper place in Spain. It's just like a taverna or something. It's amazing. I like it. It's like an
Oh no,
alcoholic coffee.
it's stuff that can get you very drunk when you're on holiday. I think
Yeah.
that's the main reason why most people kind of like it. So yes. So what else have we? Marcus said Club F.O.D is watching from the Blood Graves. Everybody apparently. Gloria is in the Blood Grave apart from
Except for
us.
me.
Yes, the
You're
two
not
of
meant to
us.
go out. You're going out tonight.
I
don't
am
get to
going
go
out as soon as we
Yeah,
finish.
yeah.
I might not even have time to kind of tear down the studio, but as soon as we finish, I will be going out. I don't know what the plan is. I'm meeting up with some friends. I have said that as soon as I finished, as we finish on the show, but we've got a really great game, and I'm glad that everyone's watching on the Blood Grave because you're all going to be joining in. So we would need you to have your kind of phones on the ready so that you can be joining in and putting in your answers to some of the questions because Gloria's going to choose which of the answers. Now, Gloria is either going to know the answer or Gloria isn't going to know the answer. But then this is where you're going to come in because you're going to type in your answers, proper nice answers, to the questions. And then we'll, because Gloria can see all the comments that are coming into the studio and she will then be able to choose. But I'm really kind of... it's one of those things. I've got so many games now that I've bought, and as I say, I've spent all day setting this up, and it's probably going to go ridiculously wrong. But there we go. But no, it was such a wonderful evening on Saturday last week. I'm glad. Do you know what? I'm actually gonna say it. So I'm sorry. I'm glad you had a 2-day hangover because that shows that you had such a brilliant time.
Honestly,
as well.
it was so amazing just seeing real life people. It was just, I was really anxious because I didn't know. It's been so long since I've been allowed out in public. I was a bit like,
no,
okay,
exactly.
What do I do? What do I say?
It was so lovely seeing everybody. I mean, you were sat with a lovely group of people. I was sat with a lovely group of people, and there was all these other people.
At one point, but you were being so grumpy. I was like, I'm going now. Bye.
I actually was being very grumpy to begin with. I was not happy. I know. I was like, I don't like this. I like this.
I'm a teenager and I have a 4-year-old. I don't know what's like.
David was showing me some of his photos that he had taken from last week, and there were some brilliant photos that he taken from last week. And I gave him back the phone, and this was yesterday at the Butler, and I just kind of smiled at him and said, "Oh dear, I've accidentally deleted all the photos that you've taken off of me." And he was like, "Oh, you cow!" And I hadn't. I was not going to do that, but Jamie's saying, apart from me, well, no, Jamie, because you're out in your glamping thing with your inflatable tent. Bell end tent, isn't it? It's a bell end tent, isn't it? You got your bell end peppers, and it's a bell end tent. I think with all. Yes, with all the wonderful
from what I last looked at on the messages, that Jamie was sitting down drinking and Mano was doing everything.
That doesn't surprise me to be fair. So yes, we've got the picture that's coming in. I can't actually put it onto the screen, but there's not much point showing the screen for everybody. Anyway. So yes, that's absolutely brilliant. So there's a drinking game which is built into tonight's show if you're at a pub or somewhere, because I'm not particularly good when it comes to kind of talking live and having kind of fluid conversation. Every time you hear me say you've got a drink.
No,
not yet. We'll be doing it. We'll be doing it with water because we're sensible. But no, drinking game at the Blood Grave. Every time one of us says that's another one, then you got to take a drink. So lots of fun for everybody.
I was so good last week. I was so worried about getting really drunk and falling over everywhere. But apart from I remember I was only allowed to. I think it was Adam behind the bar only allowed me to have one shot. Okay, fine.
No,
Then I'll have one.
the shots were coming round. The shots were coming round onto my table, and I was
He
with.
wouldn't let me have any more than one. He was like, no.
It was
okay.
David, Holly, and Helen, and Gary, and Harry. But Harry had work early the following day. But then when they were doing shots, I'm like, no, not for me. But they were
kept
really
saying no. Every time I asked, they're like, no. Okay.
But they were really going. They were really going for it, which is fair enough because it was such a brilliant time. I cannot
The
stress.
atmosphere was really good as well. It was such a good atmosphere, such a good crowd in there.
Amazing. Right, shall we crack on with start off with the game?
You just want to get out, don't you? Just
no. This is the day where the everything, because Jamie always likes it all to run up to the hour, and I just like drag it on. And this is probably where it's like bang on the hour, like, oh look. Oh, how about that?
Go,
we're done. Bye. No, it's fine. I was just thinking, with what are the other news of the week? I was trying to think what, and those of you that are watching as well, if you're watching from the Blagrave, typing a message onto the live stream chat and give us a wave from there. And tell us the things that you've been up to, if you've got, as usual. Not that you are very forthcoming with questions, but as usual, if you do have any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat, and then we will choose whether to answer them. Basically, that's how it works. I don't think... I was just trying to think what's the big kind of news.
Sorry.
I was just trying to think of what's the big kind of news. Are we going to wait until the 14th? Before we're going to find out whether or not the 21st lifting of some of the rest of the match.
Well, I don't think that. I mean, I'm probably wrong because I've stopped watching the news now because it makes me so cross. Especially with what's been coming out lately with Dominic Cummings, and they're all kind of revealing that actually.
Oh, he's really thrown his toys out the pram. Talk about somebody. Dominic Cummings. Talk about somebody who's got I don't know, I don't know whether it's just all sour kind of grapes, whether all these things were actually happening.
I believe they were, because I think it's something that we all believed that was happening all along. Let's be honest, they couldn't deal with a pee-up in a brewery, this government.
No, well, the only way they made to try and handle it was they shut them all down. But but what was the other? It was a weird thing. Was that he still didn't deny the thing about his eye test, but
the one he had to travel 4 hours for.
Yeah, because he said that the actual reason was that there was a security incident, and he didn't really want to kind of broadcast that too loudly. It was like, well, you're broadcasting it pretty loudly now, so
I think with politicians, I mean, I'm not saying, actually, no, I am saying they're all like dodgy, because they are. I don't care what anyone says. It's my opinion.
Yes.
And that's how I feel. It's not everybody else's opinion. This is my opinion. I don't feel that they've been very honest with us at all. And so I have a right to feel that way. Yeah. They've not been honest. They haven't been. If they were black and white and they were open and honest, actually, and they say things like, and Gloria's supposed to say, actually, do you know what? Yeah, I did F up. And I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But they won't. All you got to do is say,
that's what
sorry.
It needs. It needs people
to say, we messed up. We're allowed to do this. We messed up, but we're admitting the truth. Because if I mess up, I tell everyone.
Yeah, I know. Darren is saying as Labour was the same with the Iraq War and Maggie Thatcher and with Falklands. Rich saying some are way more dodgy than others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God, yeah, there are so much, and you've got to remember a lot of them. It's the media, isn't it? They're majority of them, not all of them, are corrupt, but they have they're narcissistical. They want to be better than the other one, so it means cutting corners more than another one did. It's kind of, they want their name up in lights, but it comes up for the wrong reasons, you know?
I know. I mean, I wish it was a case that, you know, other politicians were available or other parties were available, but there just isn't the choice, and you end up every time having to pick the best out of a bad bunch, you know. And I think,
why is it always men, apart from Maggie, God bless her?
No, not God.
Men?
It was great that Maggie Thatcher was there from a kind of female perspective. It was great that Theresa May was there from a female perspective. But, you know, don't forget the hardship that Maggie Thatcher caused, not just through minors kind of community, but specifically with the LGBTQ plus community. So, you know,
it's just that it's always, I don't know, it's frustrating, I think, because, you know, my opinion, again, is my opinion, other opinions are available. It's just a case of they need real human beings that live normal lives, you know, that haven't been to public schools, that don't have a ton of money behind them, etc., that have experienced normal things, because they are the ones that make the decisions for people. They are the ones that actually think, well, yeah, I've been there, so perhaps this is a better way.
Someone relatable. I think that's what we need. Is just like some having somebody relatable that we can go. I mean, that's one of the things. I mean, I'm not saying that I kind of follow everything that she does and what have you, but I think Nicola Sturgeon, I think she's not, I mean, I know everyone's going to have different kind of opinions and what have you, but I always like the way that she certainly comes across from her honesty, but she's very clear, and she's like, she says things like, let me be very specific, let me be crystal clear, you know. It's like no kind of, oh well, you can and you can't and you might and you should and maybe it's like they're just Rich is saying never trust anyone with a hand and with a cock in their hand. Sorry, no, never trust anyone. I deliberately messed it up so that you can have a giggle. Never trust anyone with hand and cock in their name. Amy is saying picking a political party is like putting your hand in a bucket of poo and trying to find the smallest turd. Well, there we go. That's a game that I think you can play that game by yourself. It's not really one that I want to do. But that's a recent update on your profile picture. So that's a very nice picture on that one. I know that we always take the mickey out of the pictures, but we're not. I've just said it was very nice. I wasn't taking the mickey at all.
Yes, yes.
Should be chosen by a random lottery. Oh, I don't know. But the thing is, if you give it up to the people and the people make the choices, then, you know, you get things like Boaty McBoatface. So really, in many ways.
Yeah, but then you also get, and then you get Trump supporters and everything that you had. The amount of people
you get Brexit. I was going to say that when we leave it up to the people, we get stupid decisions like Brexit as well. But there we go. Other opinions are available.
Brexit, but this is what Brexit was, because it's the sheeple. They are taking things literally, what these politicians are saying, without thinking about the bigger picture. Oh yeah, let's just get rid of the immigrants. Actually, it doesn't work like that, because some of these so-called immigrants are actually born and bred in this country.
No,
they
totally.
Contribute massively to our economy.
And it's caused, I mean, it's led to so much hate, just generally, kind of
and segregation, I believe. It's not fair. It really isn't fair, because there are so many, get back to your own country and blah, blah, blah. How dare they? These, like I said, I'm getting annoyed now. I'm sorry.
Well, we're swiftly moving on then, and so everyone who's watching, wherever it is that you're watching from, please do. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. Yeah. So Gary was saying then, because it was like made a donation of £20. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Gary.
It will take up to 4 days to receive. Okay, but thank you so very, very much.
you.
We
Much
have got
appreciated.
a few days to go, and we've got our kind of running total up on there. So thank you very much for that wonderful donation. I really do
I
appreciate
just want to
that.
say thank you, more than thank you, so much to everybody last weekend for your so amazingly generous donations. I know most of it was so I would stop talking and go away and leave you alone, but it worked. But thank you. Honestly, we raised so much last weekend. It was honestly
I'm trying.
by the
I'm trying.
generosity.
So, Mark, in the WhatsApp chat, could you just type in how much we did raise? I'm just quickly trying to kind of scroll back through all of the messages. There's loads of messages that we have between us,
but honestly,
and what
I
have
was
you.
so touched by how many people were just so generous and so genuinely interested in what the money goes to, and you know, it was amazing. It really was. So thank you.
Nearly there. It's decided to. So we raised £155. So that was absolutely wonderful. Very, very, very well done. Thank you so much to
Honestly,
everybody.
So much.
That was such.
Even the two lovely gentlemen that put the Dubai money in, I was like, that's okay, it's fine.
I was causing Mark palpitations as they were doing things in the bank and whatever. And if you're watching online and you would like to make a donation, please do go to www.SaturGAY.co.uk, where you can then follow the links through and make a donation. We do have other websites and other kind of addresses and ways of doing things, of which have completely escaped my head. And I'm sure we'll have some wonderful flashy graphics to be able to demonstrate all of those. So I unhid the wrong thing. There we go. So thank you very much. So now it is time for our crazy game show thing, and let's just make sure that all of the tech is going to stand up, and everybody that's watching at the Blagrave, everybody that's watching at home, you are all going to be taking part in this, and I will explain what we're going to be doing in just a moment, and then we're going to have the few awkward seconds as it takes to change to the next scene where we're not quite sure what to do, and then eventually it will change over. So here we go.
Who's ready to win absolutely nothing? It's time for the Club F.O.D Midnight Game.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. I thought I had done the thing, so I'd go tick on that one to say the green screen, and then tick on that one to say transparent, and there you are. In it's a lovely. This is your beach villa, by the looks of it, that you're in, and I'm obviously in my little studio. Now you can see to the side of the screen. Hopefully this is all going to work. We've got this. We've got the wall. I don't know how many of you. It's not. I'm not going to do it exactly the same as
it does it on. Vader's head.
I'm sorry.
Looks like Darth Vader's head.
It does look like Darth Vader's head, actually, and I apologise for the reflection where you can see the actual the camera and like that's actually a green screen, but for some reason it's showing up as blue on there. But that's my green screen, and there is a green screen.
I'm having a drink by my pool. Look at me.
Oh, you are. That's really nice. And I need to edit your thing. Let's just move you there so that you're a little bit better into the thing. So there we go. Sometimes no, I need to leave that camera onto you. And so yes, just bear with me whilst I just kind of fix everything, or break it, as the case may be. There we go. It's not playing ball, but there we go. You get the general gist. You're there by your wonderful
And
kind
I'm
of
drinking by my
poolside.
pool. It's fine.
So, anyway, so what we're going to do, let me just lock that so that I don't, we're going to start off with a score of 0. Okay. We've got 3 rounds of questions. And they're relatively straightforward questions. And I don't think that maybe you generally might know the answer. You could know the answer, you might not know the answer, but it's absolutely fine if you don't know the answer. Because
fine.
no, because some of them are not particularly. Some of them are not as straightforward as others.
But that's
now the way,
whole fun of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Now the way this is going to work is that the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick. Excuse me, whilst I play with my balls. Then these are not mine. I don't have mine anymore, as people know. These are other balls.
Are you sure they're on there?
Other balls are available. Right, so the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to pick a number between 1 and 7, and then I'm going to put the ball in the corresponding location. Okay, I will then ask a question. Now, you can just tell me the answer if you know the answer, and that's absolutely fine. Now, if you don't know the answer, you can wait. Because everybody that's watching, please, everyone that's watching, start typing in your answers. It's very important that you type in your answers.
Is it like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I can ask the audience.
You can ask the audience, absolutely. So you can ask the audience. So you don't, even if you think you do know the answer, you don't have to say it straight away. There's going to be no timer or anything like that this time.
Can I phone my friend Gary?
You could phone your friend Gary, and Gary could type into the chat, or you could ask anybody else who's watching on the Blagrave. It's like live from the Blagrave, and we have. So everyone needs to type in their answers into the chat of the live stream. And if you don't know how to get onto the chat of the live stream, just go and find Club F.O.D on Facebook. Give us a like and a follow, or on YouTube, and watch it on YouTube, and then you can type in your comments and we'll see them coming up. So please do. So I will read out the question, and yes, I'm making it up as I go along because that's what I always do. I shall read out the question, and then that's when everyone starts typing in their answers. Now you can wait for their answer if you're absolutely certain, and then I will let the ball drop. You can see my hands coming out over the edge of the thing because even I haven't set up myself properly in the frame, but hey, who cares? So let me see if I shrink that down. Oh, it's just gonna make me smaller. Okay, fair enough. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, you can think I'd spent all afternoon trying to set all this up. Anyway, so the thing is going to go down, and then wherever it lands, that is the number of points, okay, or pounds of points. And the idea is to just see how high you can get. If you get the question right, whatever it goes into is going to be how much that you win. If you get the question wrong, it's going to be how much I'm going to deduct from your score. So you could end up with a negative number. Okay, so I think it might be the tension. Let's do it the other way around. We'll sort out whether it's right or wrong, and then you'll see whether you're going to win or lose lots and lots of pretend money,
imaginary money.
So does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for everybody. So here we go. Let's get ready for round 1. Here we go. Okay, so here's the question. So listen very, very carefully. Everybody that's watching at home and everyone that's watching on the Blagrave. Gloria, which fictional London Underground station serves Albert Square? Is it A, Walford East, or is it B, Walford South? Okay, so there we go. That's the question that's been put out to everybody. The fictional London Underground station which serves Albert Square. So that's Albert Square from EastEnders. I don't watch it. I've got no idea. And it is either Wolford East or it is Wolford South. So it's a bit of a...
Isn't Wolford East the restaurant? Or used to be the restaurant?
I don't know, because I never watch it. And please do type in your answers in the chat, because Gloria's going to need your help, and then we can decide whether or not which of the answers that we're going to take. So if you think it is Wolford
I
East...
think it's Wolford South.
And if you think it's Wolford South, type South. If you think it's Wolford East, type East. Please do join in. Please do type into the chat and let us know that you're there watching and that you're there helping and joining in. So that's what we're looking for. I'll give you a few more minutes.
They decided that I'm on my own tonight. They're like, nope, you do it.
I don't think that it's like, it's fine. We'll just watch from the Blagrave. No, join in. Join in. Get your phones out. Find Club F.O.D on YouTube or on Facebook or Twitch, and then tell us whether you think it is Wolford East or whether it's Wolford South. So at the moment you're edging more towards Wolford South, yes?
I would say so, but I mean, I only because I thought that Wolford East was the restaurant.
I have no idea, because I never watch it. I know other people do watch it.
I do.
Other soaps are available. So the easy thing now is which would you like? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7?
4, please.
4. So I will put that in 4.
Well, I think I'm going to have to go for Wolford South, because I don't think anyone's going to help me tonight.
No one's helping. That's not very... that's a shame, isn't it? And I hope... because some of the questions get harder, I think. So, here we go. So, let's see how much we're playing for. Are we ready? Okay. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking on the game, they were like, drop your balls. So, drop your balls. Here we go. Where's it going to go? Oh, it goes off the table. And that went in the 10. I think. So I should have... So that was the 10. And I should have had that on there first.
Ball catcher.
So here we go. This is for 10 points. Okay. You said Wolford South. Yeah, the answer is... It was Wolford East was the answer. So,
okay.
I was going to say, well done for everybody who got that right. But no one did, because no one was joining in. And even Rich did say that they had no idea. It was like me. I didn't have any idea. So, not a great start, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot more. Okay, so let's go for question 2. Okay, let's see if we can get some people joining in, and see if we can get some ideas of the possible answers. Here we go. Question number 2. In the traditional puppet show, what relation to each other are the characters Punch and Judy? Are they A, husband and wife, or are they B, brother and sister?
I thought they were brother and sister.
Okay, so let's see so you're going with brother and sister. Let's see if we've got any answers from anybody that's watching and joining in from home or from the Blagrave. What do you think the answer could be?
Richard says husband and wife.
Rich is saying husband and wife. So you think it might be brother and sister. Rich is saying husband and wife. What about anybody else? You got any other kind of views? What your chance now to help Gloria choose whether it's between the husband and wife or whether it's the brother and the sister. See if there's any more kind of answers coming in. Please do join in. It's a lot more fun if I would have had the the baby taken away for adoption otherwise? Well, it could have been an adopted baby. That's the other way of kind of looking at it. I don't... There's lots of... There was always a thing with sausages and a crocodile and a policeman. I think they were the standard kind of things on the Punch and Judy show, wasn't it?
Honestly, I've never seen it, so I just know that they were wooden characters or something, weren't they?
Yes, yeah. And it was always like at the seaside or at the fair and what have you.
Not something I've ever seen, I'm afraid. But
okay, so you've got a choice. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Rich because Rich is an intelligent man. I'm going to go with husband and wife.
Husband and wife, okay. So what number would you like me to put?
3, please.
And number 3.
I'll have a 3, please, Bob.
Have a 3. Let me make sure that that's in there. So that is in slot number 3. Let's see how much we're playing for. Here we go. Drop your balls! It's another 10! It could have gone on any of those different kind of places, and it decided to go for number 10. And so let's just see here. In the traditional puppet show, what relationship to each other were the characters Punch and Judy? They were indeed husband and wife. Very, very well done. So that's fantastic. Well done, Richard. That is absolutely brilliant. Sorry, Richard made it sound like you were being told off there. So that brings the score back up to 0. So very, very, very well done there. The person that does it, so here we go, a bit of trivia, fun fact, the person who's doing all the puppetry is called the Professor. So there we go. Okay, so now we're on to question 3. So the questions get just each set of 2 questions, they get a little bit tougher. So here we go. Let's get ready for the next one.
Sorry, I've just been informed they just caught a rabbit.
I'm sorry?
I've just been informed that they've just caught a rabbit.
Okay, that's good. Is it good?
I don't have a rabbit, so I don't know.
No, I don't. I've never had a rabbit either. So here we go. Let's see where we're going with this question. So, according to the lyrics of the song, of The Sound of Music, which of these is one of Maria's favourite things? Doorbells, letterboxes, or knockers? So, there we go. Knockers are my favourite thing, that's for sure.
I don't know.
So this is where we need some help from everybody that's watching at home. And for those of you that are still watching from the Blargrave, unless they've got bored with us and swited us off and was like, why are we watching that?
Over. I do think we've been switched over. I think we've been dumped, Sophie.
They're like swapping us for a different channel. No one's joining in. So according to the lyrics of the song from The Sound of Music, which of these is one of Maria's favourite things? Doorbells, letterboxes, or knockers? Let's have a bit of a countdown, and then we can have a bit of a think about it. Here we go.
That lot are in so much trouble. Do you know that? They are in so much trouble.
So much trouble. So much trouble. When we see you next, we're gonna go. Why I ought to. Let's see.
Yeah.
So Rich is, looks like Rich, thank you so much for joining in. I think Rich is the only person that's playing. Everyone else is just watching and doing so. Thank you so much. Rich thinks it's letterboxes. Okay. Nobody else is helping in the chat, which is a shame because I was kind of looking forward to having lots of people type in their different answers, even if they're watching from a different area. You can still just quickly type in your answers on the phone. And Excuse me. So, what do you want to go for? Doorbells, letterboxes, or knockers?
Well, my favourite is knockers, but I think I better go for letterboxes.
Okay, so let's see. Let's have a number then between 1 and 7.
Oh, sorry. 7, please.
We're going to go in at number 7, and this is to see how much we're either going to win or possibly lose. So here we go. Drop your balls. What's going on?
£10 again.
It's the £10 thing. I know that when I was doing this before, it was going on all the different ones and what have you. So let's see then whether this was the right or the wrong answer. According to the lyrics of the song From the Sound of Music, which of these is one of Maria's favourite things? It was, in fact, doorbells.
Oh.
But it was a good answer. It was a good answer because it was an answer. Otherwise, it would have been. So we're back. We're back down to -10. But it could have been worse. It could have been a much.
Sorry. I just knocked something over. It's fine.
Okay. Everything okay? Everything's all okay there?
Fine. It's fine.
Cool. Excellent. So, but very, very well done anyway. Let's have some clapping going on anyhow, but that was really, really good. So well done. Okay, so we're now getting ready for question 4. Question 4. Here we go. Which of these terms would most accurately describe the people who were born in 1990? Okay, answers are Generation X, Millennials, or Baby Boomers. Let's have Boomers. Baby Boomers.
God.
Let's have a bit of countdown just to create some tension on there. So this is which of these terms would most accurately describe people that were born in 1990? A Gen X, Millennials, or Baby Boomers? I wonder what the answer would be for that one. 1990.
I don't know.
Now I know that because I don't know, I wouldn't have known the answer to this one. I would have guessed, and I probably would have guessed incorrectly. But they do span quite a few years, don't they? So
Well, I don't know. I always say Generation X are the generation of today, but I'm not right about anything, so it's fine.
Well, Rich is saying Generation X, a bit like Billy Idol. I think that was a reference to one of Billy Idol's albums.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know. A boomer or a booner?
Boomer, baby boomer. I pronounced it incorrect to begin with. So Generation X
because
you're going for Generation X. Now let's give me a number then between 1 and 7 and see if we can get it in anything other than a 10. So we're going to put it into slot number 2. That is in slot number 2. So do you want? I will do it when you tell me to drop the balls.
Drop your balls. No way.
I've won! Oh, so let's have a look. You went for Generation X, and the answer is it was Millennials was the right answer.
They weren't born in the millennium.
I know. It's a very broad kind of range. I know because I was born in '68, and I am in Generation X. So I think it must have been one of the first early years for the millennials. through to whatever it is now at the moment. So that was one, but that's quite a good one to get on a incorrect answer, because that only takes you to -11. If I can get the thing to work, there we go, that takes you down to -11. So we still have got all to play for, and then we could end up trying to get me to do some ridiculous maths, because you could get to is that 2,500 or 25,000? 25,000. I don't know.
I can't see it. I don't know.
I can't see it properly, but bigger number. I think it's 2,500 because there's only 2 zeros. Okay, so the second last question. So here we go.
Hit me, baby. Come on, hit me.
I know, but I'm just looking at this thinking, well, hang on, that's not the right question. Ah, here we go. Here's the question. It's like it didn't make any sense. It's got questions written on both sides. Okay. Silly me. Right, it's another song one, but here we go. So this, I thought, with people that are going to be joining in, so the get more answers. So I was hoping this was going to be a bit more of a kind of question that would be able to get everybody talking, but they're obviously too busy drinking. Pay attention. Here we go.
Right.
Which of these songs by ABBA does not feature the word aha in the lyrics?
I don't know any ABBA apart from Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia.
So the choices are
yeah.
Voulez-vous, Honey Honey, so a honey honey,
yeah,
SOS, and Knowing Me, Knowing You. So
That's
which of those four do not have the word aha in them?
I would say SOS.
You're going for SOS. I wonder, Rich, because it looks like you're the only person that's joining in, despite the fact that we do have other people watching.
I think he's gone. I think Rich is gone too. Oh no, SOS. Yeah, thank you.
Rich is saying SOS. You're both going for SOS.
Knowing me, knowing you. Oh. Yeah. Sophie, leave the balls alone.
No, there's only 4 in the game, so I've got to retrieve them. Okay, so now, Rich, I was going to ask Rich to pick a number between 1 and 7 and see if we can get it in a different thing. Let's try and, because Rich is the only one that's playing. So, Rich, pick a number between 1 and 7 and then type it into the chat, and we'll see whether or not we can get the number to go bigger than 0 at the very least. It does take about 15-20 seconds for our signal to reach through to the big wide world, so we're just waiting for Rich to type in their number. Otherwise we'll just use that number on the next one. Number 7. So Rich is going for number 7, so I'm going to pop that into, oh sorry, this one doesn't count.
Why?
There we go. Right, because I didn't push the thing in. There we go.
Then.
It's in number 7, so there it is in number 7. So Gloria, when you tell me.
Sophie, please drop your balls. I'm such a
that's let me just see. That is in the 2,000. That means I got to do some maths now.
No, it is.
So here we go. Let me just see whether that was the correct answer. Which of these does not contain the word aha in? And the answer is indeed
SOS.
SOS. So well done. So because I'm no good at doing
1,989.
1989. There we go. I'm glad that you're all here to help me, because my
that wasn't me. That was Rich.
Thank you, Rich.
That wasn't me. I'm no
So
good at maths.
1989, obviously that was other years available. So now let's see whether or not we could finish the game on a positive number or whether it's going to go into a negative number. I'm just trying to remember. Okay, so this is the final question of our The Wall game. So let's go for that noise first. Here we go. In a standard English language Scrabble, which is the only letter that is worth 5 points? Okay, your choices are H, I, J, or K. Okay, let's have some tension music. In a standard English language Scrabble set, which is the only letter worth 5 points? Is it H, I, J, or K? So if you're watching at home, please do type in your answer. If you're watching at the Blagrave, please do pop onto the live stream chat and type in your answer.
Not I. I would say J.
So if Rich doesn't think it is I
think I'm going to go for J because it's one of the more... No, I don't know actually. H-I-J-K. H. H is quite a common one. I would say J, personally.
You're going for J. So, Rich, do you agree? It could be J or K.
I think K is quite a common one.
Okay.
I don't know, though. H is the more common, and I are very common. Obviously, J and K are...
So we could do computer, take away 2 random wrong answers. And so it just leaves J and K.
Yeah, exactly. J.
So you're going for J. Okay, so give me a number between 1 and 7.
1, please.
Going to go into number 1. Okay, so you're going for J. We settled on to J, and tell me when to drop the balls.
Drop your balls, please, Sophie.
That is in the 2,500. So let me just put there on there. So it does show that it does go into other things. So I need to work this out first. Well, yeah, Rich can tell me what the answer. Rich can type in what the answer is. So let's have a see what the answer was on here. In the standard English language Scrabble set, which is the only letter which is worth 5 points, and the answer is in fact. The answer is in fact K. So I now have to work out that my 1989 minus 2,500, and I can't find the calculator app on my phone because I can't do it in my head.
You got no chance with me.
Is minus 511, so that's a cracking score on there of minus 511. So there we go. That was the game for this week. Thank you very much. Let's do some. So thank you very much to Rich for joining in. Thank you to those that were watching and maybe they were answering the questions at home and didn't want to type them in, or you were doing them and you were having the conversation in the Blagrave. But thank you very, very much for that.
Thank you very much, everybody.
So that was really, really cool. So let's stop there. That applause was going on a bit too long. So let me see if I could bring everything back to the right screen. So let's try this one. There we are. So that was lots and lots of fun. Well, I enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. So it was a great little kind of setup. I can switch that camera off now because that's getting a little bit warm. There we go. It's switching that one off now, so that's quite cool. So yes, I thought I'd try and do something a little bit different. Try and be clever.
I'd like to do that one again. I would like to. That was my favourite. I did enjoy that. Bit like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, so and I always wanted to do that.
I don't actually have that game, but the trouble is with a lot of those, I think what kind of thank you very much, Richard, for liking the stream. We really do appreciate that. A lot of the time with those questions where, you know, it's actual like quiz questions, you know, like on the chase and stuff like that, sometimes I feel it's a bit unfair to ask those questions kind of directly because it's just putting everybody on the spot, which is why I try to mix them up. So that's why I thought that this time round we could really involve everybody by getting everyone to type in what they thought the answers were going to be. So maybe next time, if we're able to do that again in the future, that we'll have a little bit more. But thanks, Rich, very, very much
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate your help.
For joining in onto that one. So that was really, really good. Thank you. So with all the money that we're raising, I just want to kind of hand over just for a few minutes to our F.O.D uncles for their few messages or words from them.
What do you reckon the theme's going to be when the pubs reopen?
I think we've got a bit of time to talk about that. In the meantime, we need to talk to these good people.
Oh, sorry. Hello, we are the F.O.D uncles from Club F.O.D. We are an LGBT plus charity based in Reading.
As a charity, we raise funds and periodically give grants to groups who support our charity's aims. As a charity, we want our community to come up with suggestions as to who our grants go to, and at the moment we have funds which are available to issue as grants.
As part of our community, do you know of any individual, group, business, organisation or company that actively support the LGBT plus community that you feel could benefit from our support?
Please have a think about this and contact us. We really do want you to get in touch, so please email us at
funds@f-o.d.co.uk. That is funds@f-o-d.co.uk, all lowercase, and give us a brief reason why you feel Club F.O.D could help.
And also please include contact details for your nomination.
Thank you in advance.
Martin.
Brendan. Thank you. Cheers.
I do like. Oh, so look, I did it again. I did click the right thing. I'm sorry. Let's bring Gloria back in. There we go.
Fine.
Literally, I was like trying to make sure that I clicked the right thing, and I did, and then it just jumps to the other one across. But you'll be glad to know that I did actually move the one in the order of the single screen for yourself, so it didn't just go to you and you go, oh, okay, I'm here. So at least it just went to me. But yes, no, I love that at the end. But
I know, that's so cute.
It's just the way that they both go,
But they're like that anyway, aren't they?
I know. Oh, it was so wonderful. Rich is saying hello to everybody that's watching on Facebook and also onto YouTube and Twitch, and also at the Bloodgrave. I believe that's still onto the screens. But thank you so very, very much, and everyone for all your continued kind of support as we kind of go through everything. So just a few kind of little bits of announcements, if I remember all the things that were kind of mentioned into the chat. There isn't going to be the virtual party this evening.
Nope.
Because
they're going out.
We're all out.
No, not me.
No, I know you're not, but you can come and join us. You're more than welcome.
Not allowed out tonight. I'm coming out next weekend.
Next weekend. So the F.O.D uncles and Mark and the Blagrave as we speak. Jamie's away camping, and I'm going to pop into town, meet up with some friends, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll pop in to the Blagrave as well to say hello to everybody there. The uncles cheered when they saw themselves on the screen. Just saw themselves. I hope the volume's up so that you can participate in the quiz. Maybe that was what the problem was.
They didn't want to. They were just being mean.
I know. But that's.
I'm going to get really drunk next weekend now. It's their own fault.
So there is no quiz on.
No, is there not? Oh no, bank holiday.
There's no quiz on Monday because it's the bank holiday, and in fact, there is the quiz isn't going to continue as far as I am aware, as we've been told from all the information. Now, we have to bear in mind that we all volunteer our time,
out, yeah.
And lots more people are kind of going out now, and Jamie does work all day, and he's got the university studying that they're doing.
Everybody that F.O.D works, obviously they all work very hard and they've all got other jobs, but it's also the fact that I think that a lot of people are, as we're hopefully getting back to a bit more normal, we need you need to go out and support your local businesses. They need your money. They need your
absolutely,
support.
And I'm sure it's only a matter of time. We're going to see. Look at the number. I've got the viewing figures for tonight's episode, and then also for people that watch it again afterwards that are unable to. So we do have people that kind of like to do the watch it kind of later. So we'll be looking at the viewing figures, and that will tell us, whether or not it's viable to carry on doing this. But at the moment, the intention is that we're absolutely carrying on with the radio. We've got some amazing radio shows that are coming up during the week. On Wednesday, we've got the 80s Drive Time show with Barry. On Thursday, we've got Gary's Oral Pleasures. On Friday, we have the F.O.D uncles. And then again on Saturday, we've got the F.O.D uncles. And I mustn't forget, and I did forget, so I do apologise, Jamie, that this Sunday, fingers crossed, depending on, because they are away, so I don't know, that may or may not be on their radio show, but then also the following Sunday it is going to be on. And next Saturday, SaturGAY Live is being hosted by Jamie, but watch the space to see whether that's running. The intention is that it's going to, but as we're going to get closer, we can kind of judge the situation and handle things. A bit like Boris, we'll make an announcement during the week, and then we'll let you know what's happening. But we might do, we might not do, we may do, we might not, but we're not sure because we might do, but I don't know. And the main thing is, that always look after yourself. Wash your hands, keep the space, the distance, and all the kind of different things that we need to do. Respect all the things that are in place.
You know what? It's being sensible. Not everybody wants to get out, but people want to get back to as much normality as they can. It's just be sensible, because if you're not sensible, if we're not sensible and we don't work together, this is everybody, then we will end up in another lockdown. That's not what we want. It's about,
and that's the thing, if you're coming up,
everybody else, and everybody feels differently about different things, especially with COVID, etc. So we need to respect that and all work together. And as Rich says, don't go crazy, and we will be fine. It's our turn, our job to work together.
Thank you, Lorna. They reminded me, Lorna. Thank you so much. But thank you to you as well, Lorna and for support you. The sofa talks that was on Thursday was really. I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it right at the time, but I did watch it later. Very, very interesting. There'll be more sofa talks coming up in the future as well. So that's another wonderful show to look out for as well. But thank you all. Look after yourselves, and I try to remember the immortal words, and remember there is no place like home. You're never alone. Oh, I've got it all right.
Home.
You're never alone when you're at home.
Just before everybody goes, regardless, I mean, everybody's going to feel different about easing out of lockdown, etc. We're still here. We're always here for you.
Always.
Always here for you. If you're not ready to go out and you still want to have a chat online or watch us listen to us on the radio, etc., all of us are always here for you. So there's no rush. There is no rush.
And you can connect to us on the Club F.O.D Facebook page, on our Twitter, or even with the radio on there's Radio F.O.D on Facebook, there's Radio F.O.D on Twitter, and there's the Club F.O.D at home, but Club F.O.D, we'll all, as you say, we're there for you. So please do look after yourself. And at that, I think I'm going to put the clapping on. There we go. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the show. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you so much for being a wonderful contestant and a beautiful co-host as well.
The only contestant.
Well, no, there was Rich as well. So.
You're going to the blind now, and you make sure that they know they're in trouble.
Yes, I will tell them. And
Amy, she's in trouble too.
Yes, Amy's in trouble. Yes, the FODs, the F.O.D sisters. No, the FOD sisters. That's what she calls us. Is it the FODs? Yeah, she calls us the FOD sisters. Yeah. So the FOD sisters we're going to be having words. So, but thank you ever so much, and thank you, Sophie. You're very, very welcome. Until next week. Look after yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you very, very soon. And then we have the annoying delay between the credits things coming in. So here we go.